Yes, the boohoo effect here. I'm going to respond to Tracy's unresponse. She's playing like she hasn't watched my video, which she does. And she doesn't have servants sending her screen caps, sending her videos, video clips. She's watching everything, but she's dodging my answers. She's dodging my response. And she's dodging, what kicked this exchanges off with her and her little minions. So let's entertain her little act of stupidity.
My one and only response, and I haven't watched your video.
Yes, you have watched my video, and you are evading my response. You know exactly what's going on. You're playing stupid. You're playing a little psychological game, adverse psychology, that you're trying to get inside my head and plant the seed to the public that there's some underlying issue with me regarding you. You're trying to say, going by your historical playbook, that I have a jealousy issue, when in fact, the jealousy is all on you. That's why you keep initiating my response for this and that and this. If you look at my videos, Tracy, they are in response to you. Because you can't keep my name out of your mouth, you can't stop thinking about me. And since you can't stop thinking about me, you talk about me. And you start creating this scenario that something is going on, sprinkled and coupled with a little bit of delusional paranoia and a little bit of narcissism. You need to stop thinking about yourself too much. You're not that great. Let's let you kick off. I can play 3 words and it's already a lie from you out of your mouth.
It's no use to me, and I'm not going to watch it. I haven't watched any of your videos.
Well, if you haven't watched my videos, then how can you truthfully and, accurately respond? But sure, you've watched my last video. Sure you have. You watched every one of my videos. You sure do.
For weeks. Unless Trollop Rules or someone shows a clip.
Oh really? Trollop Rules? You're going to get my response through him? The guy lies. The guy is just fixated on his agenda to mend and repair his ego, to convince me that, I'm a cancer troll, that I'm not believing, his failed docs of Agent 19 being Frank, to convince me that he knows all about the past regarding that Smiley gang and who is who and what is what. That monograph is Night Sabers. Yeah, that guy? Mm-hmm.
Right, we understand that you're unhappy about something.
No, it's not about my state of mind. It's not about my unhappiness. It's about myself responding to you or Trollop or your little friend that likes to go around and thinking there's government conspiracies, threatening to kill people online, protecting pedophiles like Night Sabers. Yes, that guy. Somebody that is pretending to be a woman and you're protecting, like Trollop. You can deny it all you want. You can sit there and get, pathological liar Tiffany to also, help you in your defense of Trollop. But he spoke, and he was a male. Felix knows it. Katie knows it. People heard him spoke. It was not a misrepresentation on my part regarding anything, regarding Tiffany's comment. I did not derive or misinterpret Tiffany's comment. She was speaking to Trollop on that thread and referring to his video because the video was vocal. There was no comment exchanges on that thread. Let's continue.
Understand that you feel you have an axe to grind. What I would like...
I don't have an axe to grind. You have an axe to grind. Just because you say I have an axe to grind doesn't mean I have an axe to grind. This is all part of your little game. Remember, You are the one that was found on sociopath.com. You are the one that pushed that book, The Art of War. All right? You befriend your enemies to get information on them. You play, double agent. You play mind games, all to, try to bully people with and chase them off, to torture them psychological. And you're trying to do it with me, and it's not going to work. I'm merely responding. I don't have an axe. I don't care what you do. You're the one that is into gang stalking. I mean, look at your channel. Look at this. You accuse me, Tracy, of befriending people and creating this group. If they want to talk to me on my thread, if it has some, bearing on what I'm speaking about in the video, yes, I'll answer them. I'll respond to them. And until what are you asking me to block them? You want me to block Katie, Agent 19, whoever, Pam? I'll tell you what. Until you stop befriending your attackers, the people that stalked your children, until you block them and quit continually on and off befriending them, then being on the outs with them and going against them, befriending them, turning around about face, and being their enemy again, until you quit switching back and forth and block them and protect your children's dignity, then maybe I'll start blocking them. But I tell you one thing, anybody stalked my kids, I wouldn't speak to them at all. Not at all. But you do. Because you don't care. You care about yourself, your pride. You care about the public's opinion, even though you destroy your own opinion. Your public opinion, persona, reputation is destroyed by you. And here you're wanting to, go down these rabbit holes. You're wanting to dissect pointless, menial points about little things when your whole persona, your whole reputation is already exposed by you. They only watch you because they're amused, because people tend to be attracted to drama.
To know, and then I will start to respond to you, is what actually is your problem?
I've told you. You know what my problem is. Go watch my video, then ask me that question.
You went from being in a live with me, being on my...
The live that I was on with you was way before it kicked off with Trollop and Elliot. Laugh at you. Had nothing to do with you. Now, you could be over on my threads asking myself what was going on, but you didn't do that, did you? Why, Tracy? Why did you not go on my thread? You'll watch my video, but you won't comment on my thread asking, hey, what's going on? Instead, you run over to your side, with these people you got lined up here. Trollop Rules, Lowell's Junkie. Here they are right there. There's your lineup. Trollop Rules, Tiffany. That's your little present gang, except for Agent 19. You'll go on their threads and play stupid and try to make it out that, I'm antagonizing them. You'll play stupid, pull out your sock channels, protect Norman Gay that's trolling me. Why? Why protect that channel that was trolling me? Or all those sock accounts that's trolling me. Why not say nothing to them? Why not say nothing to Trollop, pushing that dox on me? You pushing that dox on me. Why not say nothing to Elliot, and his continual responding to me in the comment section and posting up stupid videos? Why not ask them to, stop what you're doing? This is my friend. You didn't. Because you're not a loyal person. You're a disloyal person. You don't know what loyalty is. That's why you're by yourself in your life.
Channel calling Frank and Katie, Mr. and Mrs. Helton, and everything was fine. And you were...
Yes, I called them Mr. and Mrs. Helton. That's when I was exchanging with them, all right? Understand the difference in timelines.
Speaking to me on Messenger. And then...
I was speaking to you on Messenger on I believe you're referring to Facebook. I don't go to Facebook anymore. I told you already. That was way before it kicked off with me, Trollop, and Laugh at You. I quit going on there because you start accusing me of things and start getting paranoid about things.
you stopped speaking, so I just stopped speaking too. And then...
Hey, look, you could come to my thread. Nobody's stopping you. Nobody's stopping your fingers from tapping onto my comment threads and speaking to me. You know, you claim that you're busy, you're doing this and this and that, so am I. I have a full-time job, then I have to come home to a household to run, all right?
And you've done a full turn. Now...
No, I did not do a full turn. That's your opinion. A full turn based off of what? What actions did I do that, you know, kicked off an offensive against you? I didn't do nothing to you. I'm responding to you. Look at my previous videos. Look at them. They're in response to you because you keep making issues up in your life. You had a problem with Trollop. You know, how I basically, you know, turned on him for no reason after he did this huge favor for me. You know, posting up, you know, splicing this video up regarding the history of the trolling of Braden's family. I've done him a favor. But you went on and on and on about that. You defended that, though, but you haven't defended the attacks on myself. How come other people can see it, but you can't? Because you're in a gang. See, here's your gang. Here's your lineup right here. See? Excluded agent, of course. See? It's your lineup right now.
Yes, it's natural to forgive people, and it's natural to fall out with people. But to fall out with an entire group all at the same time...
No, it wasn't all at the same time. It started out with Laugh At You, then Trollop got involved and started attacking me with the Frank Jardum docs. And then it bled into Meat Candy making comments. And then it bled into you making issues. It was gradual.
Whilst making friends with an entire group all at the same time, it looks a bit...
I don't make friends with anyone. I'm not here to look for friends. You are. That must be your mindset, your goals of making friends. If they come onto my threads, I'll respond to them. Occasionally, I'll go to their channel and make a comment. Takes what? Just 2-3 seconds. You know, 20 seconds. Who cares? I'm not trying to formulate a gang. I'm not into gangs. I'm not into groups. All right? You are in that mindset. That's why you're speaking this way. You're accusing others of what you behold, what's valuable inside of your thinking.
Shady, dodgy, self-serving, I don't know, so...
That's all of you. You just described yourself. You are shady, self-serving, and just all around just a selfish person. That's you. You're self-serving. That's why you don't defend, you know, the people that you should, because they don't meet up with your expectations.
You've gone on and on and on now, and you say I like the sound of my voice, but you
do lives for hours. I don't have time for that. You like the sound of your own voice. You do, at least what you're saying. You do lives for up to 3 hours. You do them at least 3 times a week. You say you're not going to do it, but the next day you do them. Yes, I would say you like the sound of your own voice. My videos are mostly in response, occasional, you know, parody.
Last week you made 3 videos, and you're making videos about things.
Yeah. Multiply the timestamps on those videos. You know, 4 or 5 of mine wouldn't equal up to one of your lives.
Things that have nothing to do with you, don't affect you.
It has something to do with me when their name is coming out of their mouth, when they're accusing me of things, creating false narratives, storytelling. All right? Yes, that has something to do with me. So don't call me irrelevant while addressing me at the same time.
So maybe that's a bit of projection, I don't know. So we understand you're upset, we got the gist of that. What nobody understands is, what was the turning point? So
I've told you. Review and be honest with yourself. My last upload, it tells you my response. I'm telling you right now. What are you, this stupid? Are you having comprehension issues?
for example, the turning point with me and Katie was when Katie got upset that I was talking to you and set Lynn on me.
No, that really wasn't the turning point. She got upset, and you were accusing me of being in this, teamed up scheme with Katie that I was speaking to Katie already before I talked to you on Facebook. That was way beforehand.
That was the turning point.
No, it wasn't. The turning point is when Elliot came onto my thread. And we weren't really speaking at that time, but it just kind of grows cold like that. It gets awkward. You get paranoid, that I don't like you. And, look, you can come onto my thread and speak to me. I would be friendly back, and I would. There's no reason to just outright attack you. But you start getting paranoid. You start teaming up. You get mad, resentful, and then you want revenge. Your hurt feelings that you were abandoned by myself. And so you conveniently use your present minions as extended tools to sort of reach over, towards me, as it were, and start trolling me. You did it with Braden Omnicide. You were picking fights with me using him for no reason at all. Because you're upset. Because, what? I'm not at your beck and call enough. I'm not on your threads enough. If I just do my own thing, that upsets you. There's got to be a conspiracy theory attached. That's you, Tracy. You're paranoid. And you create these stories that I'm treating you wrong somehow.
The turning point with Chang was when he decried the voice changer and then started to attack us. That was the turning point, so I can actually pinpoint it. With Frank, who was on my live, and he was being very flattering, and he was in my live for a few nights. The turning point was when he kept blaming Montegraph, and when he then turned on Von Helton. I just thought he was weak.
Agent 19 was on your lives. Everything was going fine. The turning point, from what I saw, was when Katie was getting friendlier and closer to Agent 19. And then started doing lives with him. And I think you felt abandoned, ignored. You even said one time on Google Plus that when you feel ignored and useless, that's when you get hurt. And Sebastian made a comment about that, how he empathizes with what you're feeling in that area. And that's where I saw the turning point. Agent 19 wasn't doing anything else to you other than doing his thing on his lives.
And I felt that he was fake. Turning point with Malibu. 5 times she threatened to commit suicide and smash her own head in and things like that.
Yeah, and why are you messing with the person that is demonstrated to be that unstable? The turning point with Malibu is when, she was no longer convenient at that time to use to troll Tiffany and Katie on her threads. And she wanted some attention and support in return, in like manner, and you guys didn't give it. And then you befriend Tiffany once again, including Lowell's Junkie, Terry, and Malibu did not make that decision. And so you got Lowell's Junkie over there trying to strong arm Malibu to convert her to your agenda, to your narrative and target, to have her, on Tiffany's side, because you guys were, friends with Tiffany now, using her as a convenient piece of ammunition against Katie. She was not obedient in that area, so you turned on her. And yes, Malibu was doing some complaining, but she felt ignored. She felt betrayed, and rightfully so, when Terry was over there trying to bully her, blackmailing her, if she does not listen to her, that she's not going to like the response she's going to get from her and her group. That includes you.
People were helping her, they just weren't giving her the help she wanted. Turning point with Yaxley when he actually went past wanting answers. He had his answers and it became vindictive. And I said from the start, I'm not getting...
He actually was convenient for you at one time, to troll Tiffany. But, since you actually went back to Tiffany, that upset you. And you can no longer use him, for your trolling agenda, your targets.
Getting fucking mixed up in your fucking scornness. So there's why and where it turned for me. So where and when did it turn to for you, Boohoo? What actually happened? What was the actual moment where you went from being okay with Molly and Trollop and me?
Molly was supporting Trollop on his thread. She wasn't on my thread saying positive comments. She took to that side because she's also a gang stalker. And she's got to keep in good relationship with you because she doesn't want her daughter and her family stalked again. You've stalked her grandchildren, and she knows you'll go there again if she's not being obedient or she's not doing your bidding. The starting point was with Trollop and Laugh At You. I don't know how many more ways I can explain. How do you respond accurately, clearly enough, if you haven't even watched my video in which you claim?
Now, to hating us all.
Those are your words. You can interpret, that to be hatred, but I'm just responding.
The total spin. When you can answer that.
I've answered your questions. And it's none of your goddamn business who I respond to or what I respond to.
I'll answer you. Until then, I'm sorry, I'm not going to answer you.
You are answering me right now. You not only answer, but you initiate arguments with myself and you. There shouldn't be any issue between you and I, but you insert yourself. Even though you're irrelevant, you insert yourself anyways because you feel ignored, slighted, and you're going to get revenge. And this is your way of getting revenge, by trying to play psychological games with me.
And it has to be noted that had I have answered your comment the other day where you offered to Skype with me, I think that you wouldn't be saying all of this.
It has nothing to do with that. You you alluded that, you felt slighted by me. I said, if you feel that way, if you truly feel that way, then I'd be willing to Skype with you. You never responded. That has nothing to do with that. So that's all I have time for this one. We'll see you in the next one.